Welcome back to the Brothers Grimdark, everybody. As promised, today we're going to be going through the 8 Blood Bowl star players that our players have access to for our 2026 championship. So first up, we're going to be going through them cheapest to most expensive. So first up, we have got Rodney Roachbait, a gnome player. Basically, his stick is he's a gnome. He's still only strength 2. He's movement 6, so he's a little bit faster than a regular gnome. He's agility 3+, same as a regular gnome. He's passing 4+, same as a regular gnome, I believe. And he's armor value 7, same as a regular gnome. His skills are, he's got catch, he's the only gnome that's got that. He's got dive and catch, he's the only gnome that's got that. He's got jump up like a gnome. He's got loner, he's got on the ball, the only gnome with that. He's got sidestep, the only gnome with that. He's got stunty and he's got wrestle, just like gnomes have. Now the thing that makes him special though is his once per half ability. So once per half, if Rodney is standing and begins his activation within 3 squares of the ball, which is on the ground, he may roll a d6. On a 1 to 2, nothing happens, so it doesn't even cause a turnover, so it's safe. And on a 3+, Rodney immediately gains possession by use of his fishing rod. So very nice little skill there. He can be a little bit of a distributor. You can speed up your offense just a little bit by getting the ball, not having to move to retrieve it. If it's next to him, you can get the ball and then still move forward with it. So it's a nice little skill there. And obviously during the half, if you're able to pop the ball out, if your opponent's got it, or if you drop it and it's a little bit of a race to see who can get to it first, he can use that fishing rod ability to hook it up and gain possession. So it's pretty handy. 70k, nice and cheap. He's certainly not invulnerable. He's not a great distributor of the ball. He's really just picking up that ball and maybe he can hand it off to a fox and the fox is, or as we're playing, he can join any team in the league as well. So we'll see which coaches decide to pick up Rodney for their games. He is the cheapest we've got access to, so he might get a little bit of a run around in this division. All right, next up we've got Fungus the Loon, and I've got my phone out because GW didn't put all of the star players in the rulebook for some reason. They only got a few pages, so the rest are online, and so I'm just going through that. So he is movement 4, so he's basically a goblin fanatic. Most goblin fanatics in general, the general player, is only movement 3. So movement 4 already a big boost when we get to that ball and chain ability, which is fantastic. So really increasing his output by 33% just by increasing that. So very, very nice start there. Strength 7, that is the same as the regular fanatic. He's agility 3+, same as the regular fanatic. He can't pass the ball, same as the regular fanatic. And he's armor value 8, same as the regular fanatic. He comes with ball and chain, so that is, as the coach of him, you cannot decide where he's going to move to. You just roll a d3 and he moves kind of towards where you want to go. So you place this little marker on the board in front of him. So you'd have, say, that there. If he's here, roll your d3 and he'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the idea is you're trying to position him in a way on the line of scrimmage where no matter what you roll, he's going to hit something. Now your opponent's going to try not let that happen, but he really wants to be smashing things, and he gets to do that 4 times. If he moves into a square that's occupied, it's a block roll off, and because he's strength 7 against most stuff on the line, he's going to be 3 dying them. Sometimes he's going to be up against a big guy, but he's still going to be able to outstrength that big guy. So really, really good player. Looking forward to seeing if anyone picks him up, because I'm a big fan of Fungus the Loon. So he's also got Loner, he's got Mighty Blow, which is a huge boost on top of the regular Fanatic. Having Mighty Blow just means that he is going to, when he hits things, higher chance that he's going to put them down and maybe remove them from the game. He's got no ball. Yes, he can't pick up the ball because he's too occupied by swinging his big ball around. He's got Secret Weapon, so that means at the end of a drive, he gets sent off and he can't return for the rest of the game. You can mitigate this with bribes or just spiking your coach reroll to argue the call and get a 6 and then he'll stay on, but basically plan that you're only going to get to use him once. And he's got Stunty, so as you would expect for a goblin. Now his special rule is Whirling Dervish, so once per activation, he may reroll the d6 when determining which direction he moves. even better. So that means you can be a little bit more, like, A, he's more reliable, and you can be a little bit more risky with him. Now, normally if you had one of your players, especially a high value player, in a square that's even possible he'll go into, you wouldn't roll that direction. You'd pick a different direction to avoid your player, or you'd move your player out of the way first. With this one, still a little risky, but you can potentially go for having one of your players at the side, and then your opponent's player, and then your opponent's player. If you rolled that 1-2, you get to re-roll it and hopefully get a 3+ to go after one of your opponents. So it's a nice rule, very interesting, makes him a little more reliable than the regular Fnatic, and he comes in at 80k, which is an absolute bargain for the amount he can wreck on the Blood Bowl pitch. And if you can pick up a bribe as well for 50k for some of the teams, or 100k for the ones that don't have access to bribery and corruption, he can become even better if you were able to keep him on the pitch and get more out of him. The only kind of vulnerability he has is if he does get knocked down, he gets removed from the board with a KO. So if your opponent is able to wrestle him to the ground, he gets removed as he's knocked out by his ball. So bear that in mind with Fungus the Loon. All right, next up, another secret weapon. We've got Cindy Pie Whistle. So she comes in at 100k. She's got movement 5. She's a halfling. She's strength 2. Again, she's a halfling. She's agility 3+. She's passing 3+, which is pretty good for a halfling. And she's armor value 7. Again, she's a halfling. She's got accurate, so she's good at throwing. She's got bombardier, which means she throws bombs at people. She's got dodge. She's got loner 4+, she's got secret weapon, so again, she's going to get sent off at the end of a drive, and she's got stunty. So what Bombardier does basically works like a pass action, but you pick, the ball doesn't need to be caught at the end of it for it to not cause a turnover. So you basically pick where you want the ball to throw. When it lands, it'll detonate in that square, depending on how accurate you are, and everybody, if you're in that square, you get knocked down, and everybody around that square on a 4+ will get knocked down, including your own players. That won't cause a turnover if you knock your own players down. It will cause a turnover if she gets knocked down because she's the active player. So got to bear that in mind and try to keep the ball away from her, not knock herself out. And if she does fumble it, rolling a 1, she's going to drop it next to her and blow herself up. So again, she's got some vulnerabilities, but if there's any positional in Blood Bowl that can warp a game around them, really change things, it is Bombardiers, because it really makes your opponent think, especially if they're a cagey team and they want to build up around their defensive core. Throwing bombs in there when all your opponent's players are packed in is really gonna mess up their plans. So they are a good player. 100k is a bargain, and we haven't even got to her special ability yet. So once per game, Cindy may perform 2 throw bomb special actions rather than 1, though she must commit to doing so before making the first action. If she does immediately after performing the second throw bomb special action, roll a d6, and on a 1-3, Cindy is immediately sent off. So that's kind of your Hail Mary attempt, excuse the pun, for when your opponent's got through your lines, they're gonna score, you go, I've got 2 cracks at this to try to get that ball carrier down, throw a pie, hopefully 1 connects and you can take that ball carrier down. If you roll that 1-2-3 at the end of it, she's going to get sent off and it's going to cause a turnover, but at least you've popped that ball out if you're successful. So a decent play there. Then we move on to the other halfling in our 8 Blood Bowl star players, and that is Puggy Bacon Breath. So he's basically a halfling blitzer. So he's movement 5, which is not really what you want from a blitzer. He's strength 3, which is fine. He's very good for a halfling. He's agility 3+, great. He's passing 3+, actually pretty good, so he can be a bit of a passer as well. So the other thing I didn't mention with Cindy is you don't have to throw bombs with her. You could actually just use her as a passing distributor. There is a play there. And he is armor 8+. So pretty good there for a halfling. He's got block, fantastic. He's got dodge, amazing. So he's basically like a tiny little war dancer. He's loner 3+, so slightly better than the other star players we've seen. Again, check out our previous video where I talk about who can take what star players and the little tweaks that I've done to make sure that everyone has access to all our star players and how that's going to work. So check out that if you've not already. He's got nerves of steel, which is really good. It means if he's in a tackle zone, whether he's throwing the ball or catching the ball, he doesn't suffer modifiers for being in tackle zones. So very good there. He's got right stuff and he's got stunty. He's got right stuff, so he can be thrown. That is interesting. I didn't realize that. So the regular hefties, they don't have right stuff. So pretty good from him, because he seems like a bit of a hefty. He's a big bruiser guy, but he can still be thrown. He's better than I thought he was, actually. He's 130k, and his special roll is Halfling Luck. Once per game, Puggy may re-roll a single dice that was rolled as either part of a block dice roll, a multiple dice roll, or as a dice pool. Though this cannot be a dice that was rolled as part of an armor roll, injury roll, or casualty roll. Okay, but that can be really important if you do throw him when he's got the ball to help him stick that landing. So that's a good ability, actually. He is a better player than I thought he was. I didn't realize he had right stuff. That really makes him pretty good, actually. For 130k, yeah, he's a good player. All right, we're back on the phone to look at Roanna Forestfoot. So this is her here. She's basically a gnome that's kicking about on a deer. She's a beastmaster that's got a full-blown deer, which is a little bit bigger and more impressive than a badger or a goose. Not that they're not fantastic, but a deer is slightly more imposing. So let's take a look at her. So she's movement 6, strength 3, great for a gnome. I'm guessing some of that's coming from the deer. She's agility 3+, passing 4+, and armor value 8+. Same as a beastmaster for the most part there. She's got dodge, most gnomes don't, so that's good. She's got dump off. Okay, she's looking like a little bit of a ball carrier here. She's got guard, like beastmasters do. She's got horns. Okay, that's definitely coming from the deer. So basically what that means is when they declare a blitz, they increase their strength by 1. So they're actually a little bit of a linebacker for the known team, or for anyone that wants to take them, which is nice. She's got jump up. She's got leap. Pretty good, and she's got loner 4+. All right, she's coming at 160k, so we are getting a little bit expensive here with star players, but she's got some interesting things there that make her a very good asset on a gnome team, and potentially some other teams as well who don't have access to a player that does what she does. So that's pretty good. Then she's got bounding leap as her special roll. So once per game, after declaring that she will leap, but before rolling any dice, Roanna may choose to use this special roll. If she does, Roanna suffers no negative traits for the agility test to leap and may choose to re-roll the result. All right, so she's good at getting out of dodge or into dodge. So if she is your ball carrier and she's got the ball and she gets surrounded, or if she's trying to break the line and she needs to hop over opponents to do it, or hop between them to land in a space to avoid the dodge rolls because she's not got stunty. Yeah, that's a good way of getting around that. Or she can go try get the ball carrier with that horns and jump into a cage and, you know, create the blitz and use those horns to good effect. So yeah, she's interesting. She's getting pricey, but she can be strength 4 with a bit of maneuverability, which is something that the gnomes just don't have access to, and a lot of teams don't have access to. So pretty good. I like her. Interesting to see who will be picking her up. All right, also coming in at 160k, we've got Kirov Kraken Eye. So he has movement 7. He's a dark elf, by the way. So he's movement 7. He's strength 3. He's agility 2+. Fantastic. He's passing 3+. Pretty good. And he's armor value 8+. Fine. You'd want to be a little bit tougher for that price, but you know, he's an elf. We'll take it. So he's got disturbing presence. So that is a negative modifier for people trying to pass the ball around him. That's pretty good. He's got foul appearance. If someone wants to block him, they have to roll a dice and get a 2+ to even be allowed to block him. So pretty good there. That negates the 8+ armor a little bit, makes him a little bit more durable. Loner 4+. He's got on the ball. So when the ball's in the air, he can move 3 squares. Good for kickoff events if you want kickoffs. If you want him to be your ball carrier, you can move back to collect it. Or when your opponent's got the ball and they're passing it around, you can relocate him to where he needs to be. He's got tackle. All right, that's pretty good on a dark elf team. Not really something they have. And he's got tentacles as well. So he's got this big mask with the tentacles on the front of it. So I'm guessing they are semi-mobile. Must be a magical helmet. Okay, cool. So tackle basically negates dodge, whether it's part of a block or they're trying to dodge away from you. Negates that skill. So that's good. And tentacles kind of combines with that as well. So if your opponent tries to dodge away from him, can use tentacles. You basically add your strengths together and roll a d6. And if the score equals 6 or higher, that player is just stuck to you. They can't move away. So potentially good there. What makes Kurov really good though, or kind of separates him quite a bit, is his special rule. So he has black ink. So once per game, at the start of any of his activations, Kurov can select an opposition player that he is marking. The selected player becomes distracted until they are next activated. So it's really useful for him to break the lines if he's your ball carrier, or if your opponent's trying to screen him out because they're a little worried about him, you can just get past that player that's marking him and then go make a threat on the ball carrier or wherever he needs to be. So he's quite slippery. He's got some play, he's got some utility. I wouldn't say he's got any skills that you're like fantastic. He's not got any of the A skills, let's put it that way, but he's got quite a bit of utility and usefulness. So we'll see who wants to pick him up as the league goes on. I quite like him, but we'll see who's got the cash for 160. All right, our penultimate star player, and we're getting to the expensive ones now. So we've got Anki Panky, a Lizardmansaurus, coming in at 190,000. He's movement 7, so he's a little bit faster than a Saurus. He's strength 4, so he's the same strength as a Saurus. He's agility 5+, the same as a Saurus. He's passing 6+, I'm guessing is the same as a Saurus. He's armor value 10, the same as a Saurus. He comes with block, Sauruses do not, so very good there. He's got grab, Sauruses don't have that. So he's at the moment, just with that stat line and those skills, he's like a faster, better Black Orc. What are they called? Black Orc Brawler? Black Orc Brawler? What are they called? Anyway, the Black Orc Bruisers. He's like a better version, faster version of them so far. He's got Loner 4+, he's got Stand Firm, so he can't be pushed around, real blockade, and he's got Unsteady like the Saurus do, so he's not great at picking up the ball, but that's fine, that's not what he's there for. And then his special rule is Savage Blow. Once per game, when Anki performs a block action against an opposition player, he may choose to reroll any number of the block dice. All right, so if he skulls out, you can't, because he's got that block, he's pretty reliable. If he skulls out, or if it's just a last ditch, your opponent's going to score, you've not got the knockdown that you need, you can just re-roll those dice. So he's really good linebacker actually. You don't want him on the line, you want him mobile, making sure he's there for that block that needs to go well. He's going to be your guy. So at 190, he is good because he can save you a game. He can stop a touchdown all on his own. And then once he's done that, you've just got someone else on your team that can pick up the ball and take up the other end of the team, whoever that may be. If it's Lizardmen, you've got the Skinks. If it's another team, you've maybe got a pass and catch thing going on. Who knows? But I rate him for 190. He's got the skills that you need to stop touchdowns. Stand firm as well. Maybe you do want him on the line. I don't know. He's good. I like him a lot. All right, and our last star player in our 2026 Blood Bowl lead, the last player that the leagues managed to afford to bring to the fold, to have on retainer as the league is going, is the mighty Zug. So we are breaking the bank with this one with 220,000, but he is a bit of a beast. So he's movement 5, slightly on the slow side. He's strength 5, fantastic. He's agility 4+, which is pretty good when you're sitting at strength 5. He's passing 6+, fine, it's not there to do that. He's armor value 10, great, he's going to stick around. He's got block, amazing. He's got loner 4+, fine. He's got mighty blow, amazing. And he's got unsteady, so again, it's not there to pick up the ball. But block and mighty blow, the two skills that you really, really want when you want a removal piece. And he's got them, and he doesn't have a negative trait. So like most big guys, he doesn't have something that's going to stop him activating on your turn. He's just always going to do what you need him to do, and that is fantastic. And then we get to his special rule, which is Crushing Blow. Once per game, when an opposition player is knocked down as a result of a block action performed by Zug, you may apply an additional +1 modifier to the armor roll. This modifier may be applied after the armor roll has been made. Very, very nice. So he's a removal piece. He's there to give you the numerical advantage. He's not there to play Blood Bowl. He's not there to pick up the ball and score touchdowns. He's just there to smash, and he's going to do it very well, very reliably. He is expensive at 220,000, but hey, if you've got the money for that, you could be laughing with Mighty Zug on your side. All right, what do you think of our 8 star players that we've got for our Blood Bowl league? Who do you think is going to be picked up the most? Do you think it's going to be the cheapest option, or do you think coaches are going to have a little bit more cash to play with and they're going to spring for something in the middle that's going to help? They think is going to help to really fill some holes in their team, or be a really good matchup against certain coaches and certain rosters. What do you guys think though? Let us know in the comments. Really excited to get this league going. It is first game next week, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you very soon on the Brothers Gundar.